Welcome back my stitchers. Today we'll make a folded square neck design on a tunic, top or a kurti. This is a very beautiful and simple design you can make on any blouse, kurti, kameez, top or any dress you can make it on. So today we'll cut a tunic top or crop top or a kurti, cut and stitch folded square neck design, cut bias tape, finish front and back neckline and add length to the top. Fold fabric to cut front and back together. Mark the shoulder into 2, that is about 7 inch. Your neck width chest into 12 or 2.5 inch. Back neck length, that is 3/4 of an inch. And front neck length, that is 7 inch. You can keep it till 7.5 or you can keep it, if you want to make it short, you can make it short till 5 inches. So this is our back neck length which we shape. And then we square it down to make our front neck. We raise 1 inch from the corner and we shape the front neck. I'm making it round, but you can mark it as a square, sweetheart or whatever shape you want. Armhole length, you take 1 inch inside, that would be on chest line, 1/2 inch down from the shoulder slope and join it with the neck. Now this is the total length, because if you want a crop top you can take it 1 inch more than the total length. Chest line would be chest into 4 plus 1 inch and waist would be waist into 4 plus 1 inch. If you want it well fitted, you can keep it only 1/2 inch more rather than 1 inch. From the chest line, we extend it out and take middle of the armhole length and shape front armhole, and on the line we shape back armhole. From the chest line, extend till waist and to the bottom. If there is any wrong marking, cut it or erase it. Mark 1 inch out for seam allowance. You can keep it more or even less till 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. Tracing wheel will make sure that you stitch on the desired stitching lines. Now you cut the back neck, shoulder, back armhole and outside this seam allowance line that we had marked, cut the outlines. Now we need to make side notch and separate front from back part. Cut the front neck and front armhole. Each part should be on the other. So we cut the front armhole and now we'll make front neck design. This is our front bodice is cut. We had ironed it, we had pressed it so that this middle line is prominent. Now width of our design is about 2 inches plus 1 inch and length is about 6 inches. You can keep it less or more as per your taste or as per your fashion requirement. So this is the minimum which I want and I make it dark. This mark I made on the back side of the wrong side of the bodies. So now we'll cut 3x3 squares to make our this square folded square neck design. You can use different colors, different contrasting scrap of the fabrics So first of all, I need a big square. So I just cut off all the extra scraps, make neat lines, and here I mark 3 by 3 square. You can keep multiple layers of the fabric on each other and then cut them together if your scissors is really sharp, or you can cut them one by one or two pieces at one time and then keep them on each other, and then you can cut nicely. When you cut these kind of squares in layers, and if your scissors is not sharp enough, then the size may differ. See, if the size differs by points a few centimeters, then it will be okay, but if it is in inches or half inches, even less or more, it will make the difference and make the design somewhat different than what you expected. So I keep just 2 layers of this fabric. I'm having these two contrasting colors, so I just keep 2 layers, I cut them, and keeping them on another layer, I cut them again, and this way I'll make squares of 3 inches by 3 inches. So here I cut this one set, keep on the other, and then cut the another layer. Now we'll fold these squares. The right side would be out and the wrong side inside. So this is the pretty side and this is the wrong side, and we fold them the way we fold for umbrella skirt or for a hanky. The way we fold our handkerchief, we'll fold all of them, and if we iron them, these small folds, it will make our work easy. When we'll be stitching, then we won't have to set them again. We can just keep them on each other and make a long straight stitch. So we'll fold each square right side out and press them, and we'll make as many squares as the design requires. So this is one way of making this design. There are many other ways also, which maybe I'll share with you other times. So make as many square folds as you want for your design. It is to cover till the edge of the neck. So I'm making them in contrast. You can use different 3, 4, 5 colors of different fabrics, the texture, the pattern, designs. So it could be in different ways. We have made sufficient number of squares, and now we cut by straight to finish our neck and armhole. So this fabric is double the width of our top bottom plus about 15 inches. We are cutting 1.5 inches wide bias strips from it, and you just notice this fabric, we'll be using it to add the length to our crop top or to make the lower of or bottom of our tunic. So this is the remaining fabric which we'll be using, and these are the strips for finishing the neck. And here we cut 2 long strips of 1.5 inches wide. These are parallel to selvage, like they are cut lengthwise, and these are to be used with our design. So they'll be stitched straight. These strips would be folded and used for covering sides of our folded squares. Fold these strips inside both the edges and press the edges inside, so it would make stitching easier when we would be stitching it with alongside the design. So this way you can use these kind of strips for multiple uses while making designs. They are very useful. Once you learn how to make them, they can be used for different purposes. We had placed these squares on the back side, wrong side of the bodies. So count them all, and from here we had marked, I turn it to the pretty side, to the right side of the bodies. So here you can see the marking we had made, and starting from the middle line, we place each of our folded square, and on this folded square the closed side would be down and the open side would be up. So keep all closed sides on each other, leaving about 1/4 or 1/2 inch away from each other, and keeping a long stitch length. This is just a rough running stitch. We'll unstitch it later on. We'll remove this stitch. So keep each of these squares and stitch till the end of the neck. So all these squares would be on this line. So this is how our design would look after completion, and this is the middle stitch, the long stitch we'll remove later. Remove all the extra threads, and this is the long strip we had pressed. So cover the threaded edges of the folded square with long strip and stitch on top of it. So I folded this corner, and either you can keep this strip like this and stitch on it, or you can keep this strip starting from the neckline and later on cut from the bottom. You can cut it later on or you can keep it as long or as short as you wish. So covering the sides of the square, make a regular normal 3-point stitch and leave half-inch strip at the end and fold it inside. So this you can keep as long or as short as you want. Here you have to be careful that it is neatly folded. This strip is about 1/2 inch wide, so we'll turn our pressure foot and stitch on both sides of the strip. We had stitched inside, and now we'll be stitching on outside. 1 foot, our pressure foot, would be outside of this strip and 1 would be on this strip. Now our front design is made. We'll cut the extra fabric, but be careful that you don't cut the neck. You just cut the extra fabric. And we remove the middle stitch, the long stitch which was holding the squares. Its purpose is over, so we'll remove it. To finish the front neck, keep wrong side of the bias tape on wrong side of the top. And pull this strip a little bit, and slightly pulling this strip on the curves, cover all the neck, all around the neck you have to cover it. And this is wrong side of the bodies, and my hand is on wrong side of the strip. Now I turn towards the right side and double fold this strip, this bias tape, on right side of bodies and make a top stitch on the edges of this strip. To complete the back neck stitching, we have to finish it the same way as we have done the front neck. So place wrong side of bias tape on wrong side of back bodies and stitch around the back neck. Then turn this strip on right side and make top stitch while double folding this strip towards the right side. Wrong sides of our top would be out and we'll join the shoulders. We can keep about ½ inch up and nicely double stitching on the edges, stitch the shoulders. For a ready-made kind of a look, we keep the shoulders joints in one direction and make a top stitch. This is optional. If you want it, you make, otherwise it is not required, but while making it, it gives you a ready-made look. You can use bias strips on armhole as we use on neckline, or you can attach sleeves as I've shown you in my earlier videos, or simply fold the armhole inside and make a stitch on it. So here I show you how to fold the armholes, that is double folds, and I'm just stitching on them. And the same way I'll be doing it with the other armhole. This top is almost ready, so you can wear it as a crop top if you stitch it from the sides. But if you want to make it as a tunic, a long one, then you need to add about 20 inches or as long a fabric as you want, which is double the width of body's bottom. The width would be like at least 6-7 inches more than the body's bottom. So stitch it all around, wrong side of bottom fabric on right side of top and stitch to join. So it is a long straight stitch, a regular 3-point stitch, and it is a white fabric without any side joint. And before that we had stitched our tunic from one side. So this is, you can see one side is joined and one side is open. Now we make a top stitch while keeping the fold in one direction and make a top stitch from the right side. So this also gives you a nice finish on your dress. One side of this top we had stitched before joining the bottom part, and the other side we'll be stitching to close this dress. And this extra fabric on bottom can be used as side pleats or frills, and they'd be stitched together in this frilly or pleats way at the waist. The final part is to roll hem or picot or fold the bottom round. So we'll start from our frilly part and stitch around all this bottom and fold it. I'm making a simple stitch, but you can roll hem or picot or overcast, whichever is suitable to you. So we'll stitch all around it, and then our dress is complete. I'm sure you loved making this dress with me, so please comment. If you find any difficulty at any step, please share it with me so that I could make it simpler for you. If you want me to make any of my videos in Hindi, please let me know. I'd rather love to post my videos in Hindi. And do comment, do share with your friends and family, and keep watching. Stay subscribed so you get the latest notifications in your mailbox. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.